I'm recording this because I wanted to make everyone aware of a scam that I don't know if I should say that has happened to me or is happening to others involving me. But basically, both my father-in-law and my mother have recently gotten phone calls saying that using my full name, saying that I listed them as a reference and asking them to return the call at a certain phone number or press 1 to continue had they picked up the phone.
The scammers are back at it again, y'all.
Here we go again.
I done came across a whole bunch of brand new scams that's out here catching people off guard. And a oldie but goodie that they refuse to let die that's catching the younger generation off guard. So let's get into these scams right now so we don't get scammed ourselves. What it look like, TV?
I am back! What it do, baby?
YouTube's own Varnell Hill.
Did ya miss me?
Your very own spokesman for the Insidians. We're inside and we're comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
And I'm back with another one. And today, y'all, we just gonna check in on these scammers because they have been busy. And in summertime, it's gonna be a lot going on, a lot of moving and shaking. And their plan is to catch you when you're the most stressed and you're not thinking, and basically pilfer all your information and hopefully get to your money. So we're gonna start off, since it's travel season, with a new travel scam that's out there. A lot of people in the past videos about the flights, y'all was talking about, you know, y'all catch this airline, y'all catch that airline. Well, make sure that you don't fall for this scam right here.
Attention travelers, if you receive a text message that looks just like this, do not click on it. It is a scam. Scammers are now targeting travelers during the very busy spring break travel season with messages like this. You can see there that it wants you to click on a link to rebook. Do not fall for that. What it's designed to do is to take you to whatever website where you add personal information and your credit card information and you think you're sharing it with the airline. Instead, you're going to conduct all your business changes, etc., through the airline you're flying's app or website, or by calling them directly.
Link, do not click the link.
So basically, when they send you these messages about your flight, man, if you have to change anything or you have to enter any information, don't do it through that communication. Contact the airline or go back to the website where you made the original booking through. But don't start going crazy with these texts because they're going to start texting you before a flight. So don't be clicking and checking any boxes or anything. Just leave that stuff alone. And all these things, all these scams are going to be surrounding technology. One thing that technology is bringing into our lives is a whole lot more scams. And for my Apple product users, part of the whole reason why you probably got the Apple product was because they don't have the same issues with viruses and all that stuff that, you know, Windows operating machines have.
Hello, I'm a Mac. And I'm a PC.
But now those are days of past. Now you can get actual viruses, scam viruses on your Apple products.
Attention iPhone users, if you receive a message via text or email that looks like this or even remotely close to this, do not click on it. This is yet another scheme, another phishing scheme designed to do one of two things: to steal your financial information and or personal information from you. Some telltale signs to messages like this: that there's a link to go and do something. That's sign number one. Number two, there's always a sense of urgency attached to messages like this. And usually there's an incorrect spelling of an email address, etc. Apple does not contact you this way. Not at all. They're never going to reach out to you via text or email if there's something wrong with your phone or storage. So if you get a message like this, again, you're not going to click on it. Instead, you're going to go into your phone settings. You're going to look at your storage and see what's happening there. And I will bet you there's nothing wrong. Please pass this on to anyone in your life that has an iPhone that needs to know this information. Have a great day. Follow me for more travel advice, safety tips, and general expertise. Have a good night, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Good morning. I just got a huge, loud scam alert on my Mac Airbook this morning. It turns out that it's actually a scam. So if you get a huge alert on your Apple computer or any Apple device saying you have had identity theft and you need this and call this number, and it's really loud and your computer is locked and you can't do anything, do not call the number they give you on the screen. Call Apple directly, or you can hold your power button for 10 seconds and then wait for 5 more seconds before you turn it back on, and then clear your history, is what they just told me on Apple when I contacted Apple support. So don't fall for that. It's a scam. I almost fell for it, and then I had a gut instinct not to. So hallelujah, I'm learning about gut instincts. And I hope you guys have the best day ever.
To all my lifelong Apple users, that whole red screen and you're locked out and security warning, that's an old scam or old virus that they've been putting on Windows machines for decades now. So don't get scared by that. Turn your machine off, restart it, and try to locate the virus, but don't fall for that one. And to all my social media users out there, you know, Facebook, Instagram, any of those meta apps, hell, YouTube, if they done found a way to do it for those, they most likely gonna find a way to try to trick you through YouTube. Be careful of the emails that you are clicking from these communications, from these, you know, these supposed apps. Be careful of the communications that you are getting from these apps.
This email almost got me. It looks like it's from Instagram. Blue check mark, your exact username. Even the footer looks real. It's insanely convincing. And here's the scary part. The sender email is actually legit. So how are scammers sending this? I investigated it for you. Here's how to check if it's real in 10 seconds. Open your Instagram app. Go to Settings, Password and Security. Then tap Recent Emails. It might ask you to log in again or confirm with two-factor authentication. And this is where scammers lose. If Instagram actually sent you an email, it will be listed there. If it's not there, it's a scam. No matter how real it looks, never click the link. People are losing accounts like this every day.
Be careful of your communication with these apps. My man gave out some good game right there. If it's any communication, I guess, from the meta apps, I'm pretty sure if Instagram is, you know, you can go check and see communications. I'm pretty sure you can do the same through Facebook. I'm not sure what other apps you can do that through, but if you think about it, they shouldn't really be reaching out to you like that anyway. If you have any issues, you should be going back to the app anyway. And make sure you're very careful when you're coming across any type of Microsoft emails or any type of Google emails.
Most people don't notice it, but this one typo can actually cost you your password. And if you missed it, you're probably getting phished. There's a new scam going around. The attackers create a fake Microsoft login site using this domain. Read that again. It's not Microsoft.com. They type in R instead of M, and it makes it look like an M. On most screens and phones, your brain won't catch it, especially on your phone where the URL gets cut off. And it gets worse. Their emails look exactly like real Microsoft alerts. The sender looks legit unless you really look at the full address. And the links, when you click on them, they go to near identical pages. And it's not just RN versus the M. Here are other dirty tricks they use. Replacing the letter O with a 0. Adding extra legit looking words like Microsoft support. Changing the domain ending. Instead of .com, they'll do .co. Unfortunately, you can get hacked because your brain sees what it expects, not what's actually there. So here's what you need to do. If you get a password reset email for a password reset that you did not request, ignore it. Don't click on any links. And if you want to confirm who the sender is, pay close attention to the domain. Go to the website yourself. Try to log on, because if you didn't request the password reset, there shouldn't be one. Unfortunately, those fake domains aren't obvious until it's too late.
If you're somebody that uses Gmail, there is now a warning that is going out to 1.7 billion different Gmail users right now, and this scam can literally steal your phone number. So basically, hackers are now starting to send out fake text messages that look like they're from Google, and they tell you that your Gmail account has been compromised and you need to click on a link to recover it. I know this might sound a little bit normal, of course everybody would know that, but these are new and the texts actually look completely real. The moment that you click one of these links and enter your password, they don't just take your Gmail account, they use your account to hijack your actual phone number. It's a SIM swap. They then contact your carrier, they pretend to be you, and then they transfer your number to their phone. And this is the part that most people don't know, because once they have your number, your two-factor authentication code, which is your bank, your logins, your social media, goes straight to them. They can reset every single password that you own and lock you out of your own life. Google literally built a 1.7 billion user Gmail platform, and the thing that breaks it is a text message. The password that you set up to protect your account is being bypassed by the phone number you set up on your account to protect your password. The question really is, have you gotten one of these texts yet? Because apparently right now everybody's starting to get them.
Since my man was talking about Google, we might as well stay there right for a second. Y'all know not to trust the phone numbers that y'all get from Google, right? We went over that in plenty of the scam videos. We know not to trust the phone numbers that we get from Google. Now we got to take it one step up. It's 2026. The scammers have stepped their game up. You can't trust the links on Google anymore. You have to be careful with every link that you click nowadays.
What's up, everybody? This is a warning for all of us. If you are Googling or if you are searching, you might get a fake link on Google. That's right, it can happen to any one of us. We just did a big story on this last week. It's getting a ton of response on Instagram and social media. So basically, here's what happens. You click on a fake link on Google. It's in the sponsored results. This is something that usually these scam companies pay for. They're paying for their keywords to come up on the sponsored results. You click on the link is fake, they're phishing, they're trying to get your personal information, or maybe they are trying to just install malware on your device, which is even worse. They can take over your device. So basically, here's what Google had to say about it. Google says that keeping users safe is its top priority. A Google spokesperson did tell the IT malware has no place on our platforms, and we've suspended these advertiser accounts for violating our policies. Google added that the scammers use ever-changing techniques to try to game their systems, but the company invests in enforcing the rules with a team of thousands working around the clock. So what can you do? Well, it's pretty easy. Actually, just make sure you are typing in the full address. If you know that address, don't search for it. Don't be lazy. Type in the address yourself. If you are searching for it, look closely at sponsored results. You may want to look very closely at each link and just make sure you are going to a legitimate link and maybe avoid those sponsored results altogether.
I just chalk all sponsored links up to scams. But those are all the scams that you can, basically fall into and do to yourself. But if they want to get you now at this point with all this AI and all this code cracking going on, if they want to get your specific information, I'm talking to you, the individual person that's watching, you. If they want to get your information, they can. All they got to do is send you a text message.
You don't even have to click a link anymore to get hacked. Courtney Jordan, a former federal prosecutor, now defense attorney. Your phone can literally be compromised without you ever touching the screen. This type of attack is called a zero-click exploit, and it's one of the most powerful cyber tools that exists today. A malicious file gets sent to your phone using a normal app like iMessage or WhatsApp. You don't open it, you don't click it, but your phone processes the message automatically in the background, and that's enough to trigger the exploit. Once the spyware installs, tools like Pegasus can access massive amounts of data. It can activate the microphone, pull messages and photos, and even read encrypted chats that are stored to the phone's memory. If you're worried about this, Apple actually created a security feature called lockdown mode. It disables certain phone features that spyware commonly exploits. You can turn it off by going to your phone's privacy and security settings. Most people will never be targeted by something like this, but the technology still exists. So the question becomes, should security features like lockdown mode become the default?
How long before you think commonplace hackers catch up to that one? What, a year? 2 years? 3 tops? But anyway, man, you have to be careful with all text. Text that you don't open, text that you open, especially. If you are building a house right now or you need any type permit for the city from any type work that you're doing, be careful of any text or any email type communication that you get from the city. Because like I told you, these scammers have been busy. They are everywhere right now.
I just got an alert from the FBI that I wanted to pass along to you immediately. If you or someone you know is in the middle of getting some sort of a permit for building a house or whatever it may be, there is a phishing scam that's going around right now. They're getting emails from what it looks like city and county officials. Same logo, the exact same names of people that they're dealing with. Not only that, these emails contain detailed and accurate information about planning and zoning requests, including property addresses, case numbers, and these emails actually coincide with ongoing communications that you're having with the city and county officials regarding the permitting process. And the emails also have PDF attachments with request payment instructions that you have to pay for these additional permits and other fees that are popping up. The emails emphasize urgency, threatening delays or other obstacles in the permitting process if the applicant does not immediately render payment. And do yourself a favor, just call the city or county government that you're working with and ask them if there is a problem with your permit and if you owe any outstanding fees. How they're getting all of this is public information. These scammers are getting good, and AI is making it that much easier. And always remember to follow me, because I'm sitting here at my desk as these emails come in from major government agencies, and I make sure I get the information out to you first.
Be careful in your communications back and forth with your county, your borough, or your city, because the scammers are out here. But anyway, moving right on along, a scam that's probably about 2 years old right now, but it's really picking up steam. They done found a way to make it totally convincing, and you have to be on the lookout for it. It's this whole ticket scam.
Hey everybody, if you got a very official looking so-called court notice, just like the one you see on the screen, and it says that it's from the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles, they are saying that this is a scam. These notices are asking for very personal information and saying that you owe something for some toll violations and that your driver's license could be suspended or your registration could be suspended. But the agency says this is a scam, and please do not give out any personal information and make sure that you report this immediately.
Delaware court officials are warning residents about a text message scam making the rounds over the weekend. The message claims to be from the Justice of the Peace Court, telling recipients they have an overdue traffic or toll violation and urging them to act fast by scanning a QR code. Officials say the message is fake. They emphasize the court does not send notices by text or email, urging anyone who receives one to ignore it and delete it.
Did you get a text message? Yeah, scam.
More and more people just kept showing up to Maricopa County Municipal Court after they received a text like this. It claims a final notice, a court date, even a QR code to settle an unpaid balance.
Chris came all the way down from the Four Corners, only to learn that this threatening text and court date was fake.
Pissed me off, kind of like 5-hour drive for me. Failure to pay electronic toll.
Danny took off work.
Now I'm literally 4 hours out of work, money that I need in my pocket.
The Judicial Branch of Arizona in Maricopa County said 32 people showed up on Wednesday to the courthouse due to the scam.
It was scary, so I thought I ought to show up.
While they didn't track on Thursday, ABC 15 spoke to nearly 24 people in less than an hour.
The exact same one I got.
And then it's another one talking about registration or something like that. I ain't been in trouble in 15 years. I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on?
The county's judicial branch wants people to know, do not download the message or scan the QR code. There's no traffic division of the Superior Court of Maricopa County.
It just blows my mind because I'm like, wow, how do we avoid being scammed? Like, they're getting so creative nowadays that you can't even trust the system.
Here's how to identify this scam. Courts will not ask for immediate payment over the phone or email. Scams will ask for gift cards, a payment app, wire, or crypto. Courts will not ask for sensitive information over the phone.
Maybe pay more attention to it and maybe call about it.
As you can see, that scam is all across the country. It's in PA/Delaware, it's all the way down in Florida, and it's all the way over in Arizona. So it's taking over the country right now. So everybody be aware and be on your toes when you get any really official looking communication from any type state government agency. But anyway, it's an old scam that's out there that we got to keep our younger people involved with. Right now, they're in the tricky times when everything is digital, when they have to apply for these jobs online. And a lot of them And you have to be careful too, because the online process, the hiring process is online for you also. Don't fall for the online hiring scam.
I just got scammed by a job, and now my identity is at risk for being compromised. I'm making this video to just spread awareness, so if you or anybody that you know is out there applying to jobs, share this with them so they don't fall for the same scam. These people are getting scarily good out there these days. I'm just going to quickly explain what happened. So a company reached out to me, and they wanted to set up an interview because they said they found my profile on Indeed, and they liked my previous experience. And naturally, I looked at the company, everything was legit, everything checked out. I looked them up on LinkedIn. They also have like a bunch of employees too. Of course, I said yes to the interview, and they were going to do it through Microsoft Teams. So I set that up, and we did like a chat interview, which wasn't weird to me because I've done chat interviews before. And they, of course, they were like, all right, cool. After the interview, they were like, we're going to go ahead and just look over this and see if you're going to be a good fit. Eventually, they reached back out to me, and they're like, yeah, we think you're a good fit. So they sent my offer to my email, and they sent the W-4 form as well and the bank direct deposit form too. And then they also wanted a photocopy of the front and back of my driver's license just so they could run a background check. Everything was like normal onboarding procedures. They were like, you're going to start in 2 weeks, you're going to have 5 days of training, and then you'll also be, needing to get equipment, so we're going to send you a check so you could purchase your equipment, whatever. Nothing was odd to me until they sent me the check, and they wanted me to deposit in my bank account, so I did. And then they asked me to Zelle this random guy that was their vendor for the supplies and to install the software on the equipment. I was like, okay. That sent me absolutely spiraling. I was up really late doing a bunch of research and seeing if this was all fraud. And yeah, sure enough, it was. It's all a scam. The company had an article on their website that literally said that scammers have been using the company's name to do these fake job offers, and then that they're sending a check and they want you to like send money back, all this kind of stuff. So I started freaking out because these people have my social security number, they have my banking information, my name, my driver's license, my date of birth, my address, phone number, email. They have everything on me if they wanted to steal my identity or if they wanted to, get into my bank account or something like that. First thing in the morning, I called my bank account and I let them know what happened. I added some security features. I had to do a bunch of stuff with them. And then I called the company's phone number and confirmed with them. They said, yes, they get like hundreds of callers in saying that this scam has been going on. And I also did a little bit more digging, and I found that on the email domain, it seemed like a legitimate email domain because it was like HR at, the company's name.com. Yeah, confirmed that that was actually fake as well. And then I went to scroll down further in the emails, and you could see that there was a different email address that was coming from the sender, and it was some guy at this specific law firm group. And I guess he was covering up the email address with a different email address. I didn't even know you could do that. So I called the law group, and they're like, yeah, we've got like 300 callers, people saying the same thing, that they're being scammed and it's connected with our law group and stuff. And I'm like, that's really scary. I also filed a report with the police because I'm like, dude, like, this is my identity. Like, they have my social security number. And it just made me really, really sad, honestly, because I was super excited about the position. I even told my parents and I told my sister about it. And I was just like really happy just for all of it to end up being a scam. So watch out. I'm trying to do everything I possibly can to protect my identity from here. And yeah, that's that. So be careful out there.
They have been running this scam forever. Don't fall for it. But we can't come down on people, because even if you said, as soon as they said they was going to send you some money, that should have been a red flag.
Needing to get equipment, so we're going to send you a check so you could purchase your equipment.
But by then you had gave them all your personal information.
So they sent my offer to my email, and they sent the W-4 form as well and the bank direct deposit form too. And then they also wanted a photocopy of the front and back of my driver's license.
So it's like they really got the general public between a rock and a hard place with this inability to go into places and fill out an application. So it's just difficult times. It's difficult times, man. But anyway, man, they have stepped their game up. And it's the importance of us educating ourselves is so we can educate others. And before, we was just educating others around us out of the, kindness of our heart. But now it has reached a point where we all have to take the information that we learned and we have to teach the people around us, especially the older people in our lives, because now the scammers are going to target them to get to us.
I'm recording this because I wanted to make everyone aware of a scam that I don't know if I should say that has happened to me or is happening to others involving me. But basically, both my father-in-law and my mother have recently gotten phone calls saying that, using my full name, saying that I listed them as a reference and asking them to return the call at a certain phone number or press 1 to continue had they picked up the phone. Fortunately, both my father-in-law and mother reached out to me and said, what is this? Did you put me down as a reference for anything? And of course I said no. It was very confusing because, again, they used my full name, first and last name, and it's plausible, right? There's any variety of things that could be happening with someone in your life. Maybe they're applying for a job, a loan, something financial, whatever. So the idea that it could be a reference is not, crazy. Fortunately, they both thought to reach out to me before, responding to that call. And I said, I haven't applied for anything, and I certainly haven't put either of you down as a reference for anything. And so my own confusion, alongside them reaching out, prevented anything nefarious from happening. But I wanted to reach out and post this because it's a very plausible scam. I Googled the phone number, and the phone number is listed as something that is a scam, something not the same type of language every time, but something asking people to call back at that number and provide information. So I just wanted to make everyone aware of this because it's kind of one of the first times I've been involved in something like this. And again, it seems to be targeting older people. Again, my father-in-law in his 60s, my mother and her also in her 60s. To someone that and using their full name certainly seems very reasonable, right? So just a little message for everyone, a little PSA to be aware and watch out if this is going around right now, and maybe to inform the older folks in your life, at least check with family members if they're getting something like that before they just automatically assume that it's legit. So take care, everyone, and stay safe.
So message from that is you're going to go talk to your parents, you're going to go talk to your in-laws, and you're going to let everybody know.
Keep my name out your mouth.
That if anybody ever asks anything about me, you ain't seen me in 10 years.
I haven't seen him in 15 years.
You don't even know me like that no more, man. You might as well call somebody else. You don't even know me. So that's what we're going to do with that one. We're going to make sure that we let all the people in our lives know that if anybody is reaching out about us and we didn't tell you that we was going to have somebody reaching out to you, we don't know them. It's a scam. You don't know me. Hang the phone. Matter of fact, you're not even you. You're not even you.
Me no. Speak English.
When somebody call asking about me, make sure that you're not even you because it's a scam. But anyway, man, that's just a whole bunch of scams that I done came across. Gotta stay on our toes because with AI, basically they're just being able to crack things and get smarter and smarter. We gotta be more aware because those court documents were looking real. You see, my man went all the way down to the court office, wasted a whole day. So you don't want to end up wasting no time. More than anything, you don't want to end up stressing yourself out. Because a lot of times they hit you out the clear blue. These things can be stressful. It can be stressful to think about you losing your license or you're going to lose the permit to your house being built or something. So calm down. Like the lady said earlier in the video, check the spelling of the email address and everything. Just calm down. They want you flustered. They want you not thinking straight so they can take advantage of you. But anyway, man, I hope y'all got a little something from that. So this video right here going to end like all the other videos. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about everything you have just witnessed.
Tell me how you felt about what just happened there.
And if you made it to this point in the video, you are my MVP.
It was a stone groove, my man.
I'm out of here.
One thing I'll never do is start scamming, bro. For y'all dudes who scam and get money and you're proud of that shit, bro, like, I have no respect for you. You're essentially the same as a woman who has OnlyFans, bro, and that's her way of getting money, but worse because you're actually taking advantage of people. I was talking to some dudes today and it was like, yeah, we gonna scam. Like, if someone gets scammed, it's their fault. They're, they're dumb for even believing it. It's like, bro, that's such a fucked up mindset. And they're just like, oh, yo, I've been applying for jobs. Jobs ain't hiring. Bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. Listen, bro, like, it is hard out here. But one thing I won't do is to be a scum of the earth, bro. You really think people are gonna respect you once they find out that you have to scam to get bread? I'd rather be forward. And that's what people don't have anymore. They don't have integrity.
Good night, scammers. Good night, scammers.